lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Danny, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. City so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Andy, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so.
Hi, my name's Alessio. You're watching my Auntie Danny. And good morning, Frederick. And I love it.
Oh, yes, I love it too. Oh, my nephew, just adorable. Good morning, Frederick. Today is Thursday, October 24th, and I am your host, Danny Gurry. Well, I finished the noon to 7 shifts yesterday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I was on the air, WFRE. Yesterday I had one minor incident yesterday, but it was not a complete debacle. So it takes me 3 days to, and doing something 3, 6, 9 times, well, 6 times really, to get it into my brain. So now I know what it takes to kind of create that muscle memory. Anyway, it was a lot of fun. You'll now, from this point, hear me on Friday or Saturdays, 3 to 7 on WFRE, and I'm sure filling in some other times if anyone else goes on vacation. But I did have a great time, and I tell you, it is. I get that, you get those butterflies in your stomach, when you do something new and you're trying to figure stuff out. So yeah, that's what happened, and it was really a lot of fun. I really love it. I love the people I work with. And I definitely am having a good time there. So I appreciate everybody who did let me know. I had a live, I had a hot mic the other day who texted. And thank you guys so much for tuning in and letting me know that you were listening. That was really sweet. All right. Today's show, local news, weather, sports with Bob Miller and Chris Michaels from WFMD's Morning News Express. Then we're going to go over all the events. Goodness, there are so many, and more got added. I don't even know how it's even possible. Then I'm going to chat with Amanda Portner from Maryland Double Deckers. She's actually doing the ladies' night that we're doing tonight on, she is the tour guide basically. And Maren Good from the Center of Sound, Mind, and Body. She does sound therapy with gongs, and you get to hear some of that later in the show. So be sure you're tuning in for that as well. Now, you got to buy the merch, all right? You got to buy the merch. All the Good Morning Frederick merch that is sold in October and November, proceeds go to Christmas Cash for Kids, also from August and September. So these last 4 months, all the proceeds. So right now we stand at $165. I would really love to at least double that if possible. So head into the home of everything Frederick. It opens today at 11. Head over there and pick up some stuff. I got some the ornaments with a sticker, just $10. There's magnets for $5, stickers for $3 and $2. If you just want to pick something up, which I appreciate, all of that helps. Trust me, there is no shade on any of those purchases. So I got these hats. So this is the new hats I have. There's only, I think, 6, 7 in there that are available. So you can pick that up as well. Of course, I've got those fleece and t-shirts and all that good stuff. Okay, so head to the home of Everything Frederick. When you purchase the Good Morning Frederick merchandise, you're helping the kids of Frederick County. Have a nice Christmas. Okay. And please subscribe to YouTube. We are shooting for 1,500 subscribers by the end of the year. Need your help to do that. Please share the YouTube channel. Still, YouTube is our lowest viewed platform across the board. So right now, if you're watching on Facebook, you probably, I don't know if you've been to the YouTube channel, but we'd love you to subscribe, because on the YouTube channel, you don't have to watch the full hour shows. If you've seen somebody that I've interviewed, or you've heard that, hey, you saw somebody post that I interviewed them, you can just go to my YouTube channel and search for that segment. So I post each individual segment separately, so it's easy to find and categorize. Plus, I have playlists, like they're categorized like things to do in Frederick, and small businesses and downtown Frederick. And so there's a ton of playlists that will help you get to the information that you want, or find somebody it's way easier than searching through the 1 hour podcasts or vodcast. I don't even know what this is called, but anyway, the 1 hour shows. All right. Don't forget about the podcast. If you're in the car and you just want to listen, I do upload that every evening, so you can catch the podcast as well. YouTube has a podcast platform. There's a tab when you go to our YouTube channel. You can click on podcasts and you'll see it there. All right, let's go ahead and get this Thursday rolling. Thank you to our show sponsor, We Help You Move. Whether you're moving across the street or across the country, Nicholas and his team of moving experts can make that whole thing easy. They're veteran-owned and a huge supporter of the Frederick community. WeHelpYouMove.com. All right, let's listen to you hear about local news, weather, and sports. Well, look at that haircut.
Yes, I look like a 10-year-old boy again.
I love it.
Yeah, so do I. I mean, I mean, short hair is so much easier to take care of.
Yeah.
Especially when you have a rat's nest like I do. It's just, yeah. So, yeah, it was nice. And I go to a guy, and I used to go to Dan the barber man out there in Woodsboro, and I used to go to his daughter, and she would use it was just like clippers and stuff, right? It's like, you didn't have to do the whole lot of scissoring and stuff like that.
Right.
And the place I go now, some of the guys, they take forever. They're like scissoring, and it's a barber shop. And I'm like, the girl back in Woodborough, she could get 12 done in the amount of time it takes you guys to do one. So I went there yesterday, and a guy was there, and he did it with just the clippers. And I was like, in and out in 10 minutes. And I was like, I'm always going to request you.
Yes.
I don't want to sit there all day and,
You're not about all the gossip, hanging out in the barber shop.
No. I mean, let's be honest. I'll get the language barrier is a little tough. So, yeah. So I just get me in and out, and they're always like, well, how do you want it cut? I'm like, I really don't care. When it stops growing back, then I'll care.
Yeah.
it grows. So I don't care, you know. But I mean, if you do look at it, it looks like I'm going bald, but I just have really thin hair.
Yeah.
So it always looks like I'm going bald, but I'm not. So and I like the fact that your hat. I saw that your hair is pulled back into a ponytail, and women they don't like the hat to have the complete, the thing at the back here. They like this so they can stick the hair through.
Yeah. The fitted caps. I only can wear the fitted caps, obviously, when I maybe straighten my hair or something like that. But yeah. Wearing the new cut. I washed my hair today, and it gets kind of crazy on wash day. So yeah, thought I'd put it back.
Yeah, mine gets crazy all the time again. So I was like, look, at least the shelf here is not there. So I'm happy about that because I sleep on this side of my head and it mats it a different way than I like to make it. So, oh well. I don't know where Chris is. Again, he's late again.
Wait, let me see. Did he text? I do have a text. Let's see. Oh, had some issues this morning. He's heading on now. Had to meet with the boss. He says he's getting on now. So
he is the boss. What is he whining about?
They've been gone for 3 days. They should be coming in very,
happy, right? They should be. Have you ever seen the videos with the dogs dancing and they have that little tune? I'm just a happy guy. happy guy. Right. They should be. You haven't watched Matlock yet either, have you?
I have not had a moment to watch. I did noon to 7 again yesterday. I'm done with the filling in on air. So,
She had we watched last night. She had a quote. Okay, it's Kathy Bates who's playing Matlock, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to tell you anymore, the story. There's a great storyline. You need to watch it. It's pretty well written, but she had a line in there that just kind of slipped past people. But I quoted it because it was so funny because her boss is blaming her for everything. And she goes, well, it really doesn't matter which way the wind's blowing. You'll always think the fart came from me.
That's a great one.
Isn't it? I'm maybe, somewhere somebody's uncle used to say that, but that was hilarious. And as soon as I heard it, I'm like, did you hear what she said? My wife laughed, I laughed, and then I had to put it online. So, because it was that funny.
Yeah, I love it. Well, good morning or good afternoon.
Let me turn my mic on. There we go. Just came into this conversation. Perfect conversation for me. What I like to do is when I do it, I like to lock the windows and doors with my wife in the car. So it really, really irks her. Is that what we were talking about? I came in with the fart conversation.
Yeah. Or you're walking through and you're crop dusting people.
My.
Good morning, Danny. Don't you love
Good morning.
I'm sorry I'm late today. I got to tell you, I'm always tardy and I feel bad about it.
You and my husband. Oh, Lord.
Such a gas, man. It's such a gas.
Yes, yeah. So you had a meeting with the boss, hey? He came back from 3 days off and called you right in? Is that what happened?
It's been we'll say an interesting morning. But thus is radio. However, I will say, Danny, we had a great conversation, and this is perfect too for your show. We had Christopher. I don't know if Bob had mentioned it. We had Christopher McDonald on of the Golden State Alliance.
Golden Mile
Alliance. I'm sorry. I have many things in my head. Golden Mile.
Golden State's out on the west.
A little far away. Golden Mile Alliance. Great conversation, and we'll have podcasted up on WFMD.com. But I'm going to give you his email address. I think it'd be great for you also to have him on your show.
I've already had him on my show, Chris. You mean you have not categorized all the people that I've talked with?
That's right. That's, I should know him better. You know what? I'm going to shut my mic off now.
Yeah. I as soon as you started saying it, I'm like, she probably had him on 6 months ago.
Actually, I had him on right before it was officially announced that he was the executive director of Golden Mile Alliance. So I got in really quickly.
See, that's
what I do need to revisit because I do think it's so important for somebody to be focused on the Golden Mile and bringing attention to those businesses and revitalizing that whole area.
And we'd like to know you and your viewers out there, what would they like to see in the Golden Mile as far as businesses go?
Oh God, you're gonna get Trader Joe's, Whole Foods. Oh my God. If I think on the air, I said if I had a nickel for every time somebody posted, oh, can we have another Trader Joe? Or how can we get Trader Joe's up here? It's crazy.
Yep. That's
I'll
what
tell you what
Danny,
we
you and
don't
I
need,
are.
though. We
We're
do
kindred
not
spirits.
need another Royal Farms, Sheets, what Rudders. What the heck is it with gas stations like that? They are squeezing them in. There'll be three within 100 yards.
Okay, you would not say that if you've gone to a Buc-ee's.
That's what Bob wants. Let me tell you what
Yeah.
really annoys me, okay? Over on 26, where you've got a Walmart, a Starbucks, a Chick-fil-A, and a car wash. Who was the genius that thought about that? Because it takes you forever to make that left on Monocacy. Once you're in that parking lot, you take your life in your hands driving in that parking lot because it's so busy.
Well, I'm truly hoping. I thought that so you can now cut through the Walmart parking lot out the back and get up to the light at Warman's Mill. Did you know that?
Yes, my wife actually found that out.
Yeah, so that's nice. And I thought they were going to try to connect it down to that shopping center where One Life
is.
Fitness and all of that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Where the B-Dubs is and the Black Hog and stuff like that. Yeah. I don't know if they're gonna. I mean, yeah, they talk a good story. I mean, they've been doing that, on the Golden Mile too. We get people off the Golden Mile and get them on a separate road to go back and forth to all the shops. But that takes money, and we all know that they ain't much out there for that kind of stuff. And
who's willing to pay for it? That's for sure.
And like I said about Trader Joe's, if they wanted to be here, by God, they have the money to be here. They don't want to be in Frederick.
No, they do not.
And I don't want them.
Yeah.
A bunch of snooty patooties.
Agree. Plus, we have Aldi. We've got some good Common Market. We've got some great stores that I think are similar to what they are. So
I want to see
all those dumpsters along the Golden Mile where people throwing stuff out. You just, get all the things you need.
Dumpster. Have you ever been dumpster diving?
Look at the time, man. I got to go. I actually, back in the day, I carried drywall for Lowe's, and one of the guys was in an accident. Now this was before the internet and stuff, and he would call the Pizza Hut and order pizza and never pick it up, and they would have to throw it away, and then he would jump in the dumpster and get it. That was the only way he could eat. Because he was waiting for a lawsuit to come through from the people who hit him, and he really didn't have any money. So that's what he did.
That's terrible. We would have fed him. There's plenty of places that would have fed him.
Yeah, well, that's back in the day, that was a little bit different. There wasn't all the people knowing everything in your life. So
yeah.
Yep.
So I follow a couple people on TikTok who dumpster dive, and I don't know in California what's going on. There are stores throwing out like just stuff, hundreds. Yep. It's crazy.
But, just like anything else, sometimes that stuff can be, because they want to be YouTube influencers.
True.
They could probably dump that stuff in themselves. Maybe they bought it off of one of the Amazon pallet sales or whatever. So, unless you truly need to, looking in a dumpster and actually getting in a dumpster and pulling things out, that's a little different,
Let me ask you a question. I could tell you I have been dumpster diving multiple times. What do you think I get all my New York Jets hats from?
That's a WFMD hat you're wearing, man.
No, I know. Listen, I'm pointing because it's a hat.
No.
Oh, yeah. Do I need to dumpster dive for some FMD or FRE merch? I haven't gotten any yet. So there you go.
We're working on getting a Bob and Chris shirt.
And
as you get that, we'll give it to you so you can wear it. We should get a Bob, Chris, and Danny shirt. I think that'd be better.
Yeah. All right. What is happening locally?
All right. So taking a look at news, Frederick County Executive Jessica Fitzwater spoke to a crowd at the Middletown Public Library yesterday. In her comments, Fitzwater said, Frederick County is the fastest growing county in the state which creates many opportunities. People want to live and invest here. Young families want to raise their kids, and older residents want to enjoy the golden years here. She said, Frederick County Public Schools are one of our greatest strengths, but faces challenges. They include meeting the requirements of the blueprint for Maryland's future and dealing with increased enrollment. She says the increase in the county's investment in its public school system in her first budget was exceeded. We exceeded the state's requirement maintenance of effort by over $49 million. And in the second budget, we exceeded it by nearly $11 million. Altogether, we are investing almost $72 million more in our public schools today than when I took office, quote, Jessica Fitzwater.
I mean, that, I don't know if that is something to be proud of, in the sense that that money doesn't seem to be going to the kids or the teachers.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. I mean, yes. And we would love to be able to ask her questions, but, you know, like I said before, you know, Kamala Harris hasn't had an official press conference and 80 some odd days. And Jessica Fitzwater says, hold my beer. She's never had one.
Yeah.
That I can remember, but you know, trying to get her, we've tried to get her on the show. And Chris is like, yeah, she'll come on. But we all know that she won't, that she's not yet. I again, if you are friends with her, we're nice people. We bathe. You know, we eat 3 square meals a day. We brush our teeth, take our vitamins.
I know she came on my show, but I wasn't asking her tough questions either. So
we might have an easier time getting Kamala Harris on our show, Bob. Maybe I should go for that.
Well, there's plenty of time after November.
Yeah.
On Saturday, October 26th, Frederick County will participate in the DEA, Drug Enforcement Agency's National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day. This semi-annual drive-through event offers Frederick County residents the opportunity to safely dispose potentially dangerous, expired, unused, and unwanted prescription drugs and prevent medicine misuse or diversion. As an additional service to the community, the event will also dispose of used and or unused Sharpies, including syringes, needles, lancets, and auto injectors. However, all Sharpies must be separated from the medications. So also I want to say too that the following medications may be dropped off during the event: prescriptions, over-the-counter medicines in pill form only, prescription patches, and yes, pet medicines, but in pill form only. And also, just FYI for today, elevated fire conditions are expected today due to dry conditions and gusty winds, and it is windy out there. Relative humidity values around 20 to 30% are also expected, along with sustained westerly winds of 10 to 15 miles an hour, with gusts up to 20 and 25 miles per hour. So just be aware of that. And taking a look at weather today: sunny, cooler, high 68, cooler, high 66. Tonight, clear sky, low 37. Tomorrow, mainly sunny skies, high of 69, low of 51.
You know, just FYI, I'm keeping my Sharpies.
I knew I was going to say something. Sharps.
I'm keeping my Sharpies. That's for sure.
I just said that to make you guys laugh. See you at work. There you go.
Oh, God bless him. God bless him. Hey, soccer action yesterday. We've got playoffs. Playoffs are happening. Class 4A West Region boys. Clarksburg ended Frederick Cadet season by a score of 3-0. Linganore blanks Oakdale 1-0. They'll take on North High on the road. That's a Class 3A game. Tuscarora over South High 4-1. They'll take on either Manchester Valley or Westminster in the semifinals. Middletown doubles up at Winters Mill in overtime 2-1 in the Class 2A. On the ladies' side, Class 4A, Seneca Valley ended Frederick 2-1. Girls flag football, Linganore over Thomas Johnson 26-7. Savannah Eanes, 12 of 20, 152 passes. She threw for 3 touchdowns and ran for another one. So they're not doing too bad. Walkersville over Catoctin 18-0. In volleyball, it was Tuscarora over Winters Mill. The Capitals got another win, their 5th consecutive victory. Alex Ovechkin got an empty netter for his 855th goal. They beat the Flyers by a score of 6-3. Eli Manning, former defensive player Luke Kuechly, Terrell Suggs is just some of the names who have made the cut for the 2025 Pro Football Hall of Fame class. I guess that complete they'll whittle it down to about 10 players later on this year. That's a look at sports.
How do they? Is it the committee that whittles it down? Do people get to vote on that? I can't remember.
I think the players, and it's sports writers and the players, I think they get to vote.
Okay.
And then of course you have to wait 5 years until you're eligible. So like Eli Manning had to wait 5 years before he's eligible. Tom Brady's got a couple more years before he's eligible. But if Tom Brady isn't like a first ballot Hall of Famer, there's something wrong with the Hall of Fame.
No
right?
kidding. No kidding.
Right? Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys. I will see you tomorrow to wrap up the week.
Yeah, and we'll talk about I'm making a brisket over the weekend. So I start making that puppy tomorrow afternoon after we get done here.
Nice. I love it.
I unfortunately won't be here tomorrow because I got something to do after we get off air. So I will see you probably Tuesday.
All right. Have a great day. I'll see you later. All right. We're going to take a quick break. Then we're going to talk about what's happening in Frederick. We got all the event information you need. And then Amanda Portner from Maryland Double Deckers. She's a hoot. And you're going to want to go on one of these just to hang out with her. And Maren Good from the Center of Sound, Mind, and Body. She does a lot of sound therapy. And I'm going to showcase her gongs, which are absolutely amazing. But all of that comes up just after this.
Real estate goddess, yeah. She's the one to get you there. Homes and dreams are perfect, yeah. Shattered family beyond compare.
Well, let's chat about what is happening in Frederick. Happening in Frederick is sponsored by Taco Bar. It is Berea Thursday at Taco Bar. They are in West Point Plaza, which is right on Route 40. I call it the top end of 40, heading, it's right between 40 and alternate 40. Berea is slow-cooked shredded beef, and it's served a variety of ways, but the most common one is on tacos with melted cheese and paired with consomme, which is the beef broth made from the same juices. They offer Berea tacos, queso Berea, pizza Berea. Oh, you could get Berea on a torta and Berea fries and more. Remember, this special is only available on Thursdays at Taco Bar. Head to tacobar1.com for all the information. And head to Taco Bar today for lunch or dinner. You can do that for sure. All right, let's talk about what is I have intense on here. Forgot to change that from yesterday. But it is Taco Bar for today. Sorry about that. All right. You can go to promocircus.com, click on Everything Frederick Live, and then click on Calendar of Events so you can see the full listing of all the events that are going on. And I think I was looking at it. I think there's like 90 some events on Saturday. So I hope you find good things to do. You should not be sitting at home. That is for sure. There will be plenty of days which hardly have any events coming up soon in the winter months. All right, at 11:30 today, and actually every Thursday at FCF Church, there is a special needs dance party run by Sharon's School of Dance. It is wonderful. It is free. It is open for you to attend. So if you have someone who has special needs and you want to get them out for an hour, you do need to stay with them. But what a great thing for you to attend. 4:30 at Attaboy Barrel House. The Reader, a witchy book fair for adults is happening. That's from 4:30 to 7:30. And then 6 to 9 tonight, Stumpy's Hatchet House, WFRE's Ladies Night. It's free to attend. Also, if you're not doing anything tonight and you want to jump aboard our onesie, twosie, boozy, bussy, boozy, it is departing the home of Everything Frederick at 6:30. We are pre-gaming from 5 to 6:15. It's $25. It includes your food and beverages. And we're going to take a short kind of tour around Frederick. And we're stopping at 10th Ward. There's a signature cocktail that is Cash Bar. And then returning to the home of Everything Frederick at 8 o'clock. So you can attend. It'll be fun. And you can bring some girlfriends or whatever. You do not have to be 21 and up to attend. So feel free. Feel free to come out. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a great time. All right. Tomorrow, there is Trick or Treat at Tree Trekkers. You have the History Trick or Treat at Rose Hill. You've got Glade Valley Corn Maze. You've got Trunk or Treat at Frederick Lighthouse and Trunk or Treat at Frederick Church of the Brethren. So I'm telling you, there are more opportunities to get free candy, I guess, this in the next week than probably the whole year put together. So I guess get out there and enjoy it. At least if you have costumes, if you've put money into costumes, you can get a ton of wear out of them. That's for sure. On Saturday, I have only picked a highlighted few events. There are, more than I can even tell you. Some new ones that I've added in is the second annual Maryland Crab Cake Festival. That is at the Carroll County Farm Museum. And you can actually, check that out. That's from like 11 to 5. But I would love for you to come to the home of Everything Frederick. You can come between 10 and 12. We'll have goodies for the kiddos to trick or treat. And the adults from 3 to 7, we will be serving, let's see, Shannon will be serving, wait a minute, what did she call them? I can't, not Appletinis. What was it? It was, let me just see here. Serving, apple, I think it's Bellini something. Anyway, I can't find it right now. But anyway, there'll be cocktails. And actually there'll be cocktails at a lot of places downtown. Here we go. Apple cider Bellinis. All right. And we have dog treats for the pups and goodie bags for the kids. So, and then we're also going to have Halloween, a little craft that kids can take or do at the shop. All right. So stop down at the home of Everything Frederick and pick up your Good Morning Frederick merch while you're at it. If you purchase, there's going to be some specials going on that you'll get at the shop this weekend. So I'm really trying to push to get good sales in so I can donate more money to Christmas Cash for Kids. Sunday, Boo Bash on the Bus is for families. So you get a double-decker bus ride and some treats as well. And you can head to that haunted history at National Museum of Civil War Medicine. That's kind of cool. Or the Back from the Dead Cemetery Walk at National Shrine of St. Elizabeth Ann Seton. All right, coming up, and this is within the next couple of weeks, you've got the Acton Children's Business Fair, which is on Carroll Creek, the STEM Carnival on the same day, November 2nd. And then you've got November 9th. Hood College is that nonprofit board fair. That's where nonprofits who are looking for board members or volunteers will be set up. I think she said there are over 25. So if you've been wanting to give back, then this is a perfect time to go find the organization you'd like to give back to. And then the Harlem Wizards are at FCC from 6 to 8 p.m. On November 9th. And then coming the 16th, it is the WFRE Stuff a Truck, which is the food donation drive at your local Wise markets. I'll be putting out the schedule for that. All right. Woo. There we go. All right. Let's talk about who's making the market great. I don't know why I didn't even have that on there. Okay. Market Makers is sponsored by Antietam World Travel Service. Travel better with Antietam World Travel Service, your gateway to worry-free journeys. They have an extensive network with unmatched experience and personalized services. You can explore the world with confidence and ease. When you work with Antietam World Travel Service, you get convenience, experience, and connections. Go to AntietamTravel.com right now. Get started on that dream vacation. All right, Amanda was made for the job of Clippy. What is a Clippy? Well, you're going to find out in a second, but what it is not is a chippy. And that's what I said, of course. All right, I'd love for you to meet Amanda Portner. We are in front of the police station getting yelled at. No, this is Amanda.
Good morning. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Chippy.
Clippy.
Clippy.
Clippy, which is British for tour guide.
Clippy.
Clippy.
Oh, yeah.
And if you say it in a British accent, it sounds more British. I'm the Clippy.
The Clippy. All right. So Amanda is the Clippy for Maryland Double Deckers.
Yes, ma'am.
You guys got a lot of really fun things coming up.
Totally fun things. Our whole fall and winter calendar looks amazing.
It does.
So come jump on with us. We're going to do Boo Bash on the bus for kids next Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
And then we're going to do Booze and Brews next Saturday night, girls' night out. So ladies only. Come out for a fun time.
Yeah, it's going to be really great.
I know.
Now, you love this because you love people.
I love people
You do
almost
love people.
as much as I love Frederick. So
Yes.
I'm pairing my two loves together. I also love talking.
You
so
do
maybe
love-
it's three.
three
it's
for
three.
three. I love it.
Yes.
So part of the Maryland Double Deckers tours is a little bit of Frederick history.
Yes.
As much as people want, really.
Absolutely. Yes.
So how versed are you on Frederick history? How much did you have to study up and how much did you already know?
So a good bit of it I knew.
Yeah.
I didn't know the ins and outs, and since I'm an English teacher by trade, some of the dates I didn't know exactly.
Gotcha.
So I've learned a lot of dates, and what I love is every time somebody gets on the bus, they teach me something about Frederick. So I love that. But we worked closely with Heritage Frederick and Visit Frederick to work on a tour that kind of gave all sorts of highlights. So that's been fun, is getting to know all the things of Frederick.
Yeah.
But the difficult thing is there's so much in-depth history that you can go into, but you have to time it because we're on the move.
You
So
are on the move.
you have to give like the highlights and the most interesting things about all of our featured sites on our tours because we're zooming past.
That's right. And then
At,
people
like,
can go back
19
and
miles
check
an
it
hour.
out. That's right. And people can go back and check it out.
Right.
So these buses launched this year.
Yes.
And it's so cool how they got here. And we'll talk with Dan a little bit because he was pinnacle in all of that.
Absolutely.
And you jumped on board pretty much straight
From
away.
the beginning,
Yeah.
I did. I have wanted to be a tour guide since I was 16 years old and became a teacher by trade. But we were in St. Augustine's, Florida on one of their trolleys, and our tour guide was a little flat, a little boring. And I said to my mom, I could do this better than she is. And my mom said, you probably could, but how about getting a real job first? And so I've always wanted to be a tour guide. I always go to cities and take the bus tour. That's the first thing I do, or the trolley tour. And I've always been so enraptured by the storytelling that happens from the tour guide.
Yeah.
So as soon as I saw this bus land in Frederick in November a year ago, I said, connect me. How do I get on it? What do I need to do? Let's get connected. And here I am. So
Here you are.
Yeah.
She is a ton of fun. It's a great time. You get to learn a little, maybe drink a little if you're an adult, and have a great time if you're kids with families. Yes, we can seat dance. But it is a great way to see Frederick. You don't realize when you're standing at the bus and you go up to the upper deck how much of a different view you're getting of Frederick from that upper deck.
It's Frederick from a whole new level.
It is.
15 feet in the air is far different than standing on the street. And so that's what I love about Frederick. I've lived here for 30 years and I see something new every time I'm on this bus.
Yeah. So you got to go MarylandDoubleDeckers.com. Check out all their events. Sign up for a bunch of them. Go out with the girls, maybe with the family, maybe just you and your partner. Tons of opportunities.
Absolutely.
And you got to say hi to him.
Yes, come on. We'll greet you with open arms and a big old smile. Get on the bus. The Clippy.
Do you speak with an accent sometimes?
The more drinks you have, the more British I'll sound.
I love it. MarylandDoubleDeckers.com. She is fun, and she knows her history, which is great. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Then we're going to be back with Maren Good. You're going to get to see and hear her gongs and find out how this New Jerseyan ended up being an integral part of Frederick over the past few years. All of that is coming up right after this.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is powered by Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, Total Car Care. Need an oil change or brakes? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can take care of that. How about exhaust or engine work? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can do that too. No matter what you need for your car, Ken's Automotive and Transmissions is Total Car Care. Go to kenstrans.com to schedule an appointment today.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves, double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
Dream Free Art, Frederick's first and only splatter room. New location, new beginner-friendly artful shenanigans for all ages. Come fling paint and make a masterpiece in Dream Free Art Splatter Room, or join us for a fun and unique art experience. Book your next birthday party, corporate event, date night, or family outing at dreamfreeart.com to unleash your inner artist today. Dream Free Art. Free your creativity.
Yes, and A&S Construction, a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business, and they are located right here in Frederick. A&S Construction specialize in roofing and siding, and they can also do your windows, gutters, patios, and decks. And I know they've actually built a pavilion at Hidden Hills Winery. So they are very capable of any of your projects that you need done on the exterior of your home. Call 301-703-2157. That's 301-703-2157. Or visit them online, ansconstruction.net. Remember, you get the $750 off any roof or siding replacement, or $50 off any roof repairs when you let Sandra know you saw her on Good Morning Frederick. Again, there's the phone number, 301-703-2157, and the email address, info@ansconstruction.net. All right, let's talk about Maren Good. She was living in New Jersey when she spotted a property for sale on 6th Street in Frederick. She and her husband looked at it, bought it, and never visited until they owned it. It is now home to the Center of Sound, Mind, and Body. Here is Maren Good. And I will say this, the sound on the video through my mics and everything, it is a literal soundproof room. It is unbelievable. You've got to check it out. Here's Maren Good.
We are at 28 East 6th Street. Maren, Center Sound, Mind, Body. So you immediately from before Frederick were in New Jersey.
Yes.
You guys found this property and your husband was like, I think I can do something good with this. That's pretty good.
He had a real vision.
He did.
Yeah. And
way?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's very forward thinking. Like he can always see sort of ahead of the curve. So it was fortuitous that he found this before it got bought up and converted into something other than this kind of a space.
Yeah. Or you specialize in, well, there's yoga and Pilates here.
Yes.
And your daughter does a lot of that?
She does the Pilates.
Okay.
And then we have a few yoga teachers. We really have a lot of like specialty workshops. So like we're starting up, we have a teacher coming to start teaching breath work. We have another young woman who's going to come and actually start doing some sound healing.
Okay.
Weekly classes with all her singing bowls.
Yeah.
And then a regular yoga teacher. So, so like that. And, I would probably say our primary focus is the sound piece.
Okay.
So that Michael and I do all the community gong meditations and our smaller private sound sessions that people can set up with us, privately.
Yeah.
And then I have a private sound therapy practice.
Okay.
So I will see people. I've been a sound therapist for 23 years.
Okay.
And it incorporates my tuning forks as well as utilizing gongs and singing bowls, but the tuning forks especially, and working through the meridian system.
Okay.
So incorporating a lot of Chinese medicine, but also the musculoskeletal, emotional, mental sound, I believe, is really being researched more and more for its value and how it can help to reset the body. So there have been studies done that show how it affects our brain, and that using an encephalogram and measuring brainwave activity, how these kinds of audible overtone instruments actually have this amazing ability to balance the left and right hemisphere of the brain and bring you down into or close to that theta brainwave state. So you get this deep reset. It's great for the nervous system, and people really seem to be searching this out because it gives them an opportunity to completely relax and restore.
Yeah. And how did you get into all of this?
Well, interestingly, after I had moved to Jersey from the Northwest, and I was going to go visit a friend of mine out in Portland, and she said, Maren, you have to try this. I have a massage therapist who's using tuning forks, and I know you're into energy work, and which I have been since the 70s. I'm one of those. Well, corporate woman by day and exploring all these alternative things by night. And as soon as I had that experience, I was like, this brings everything together. Because I was a licensed massage therapist, a reflexologist. I have an aromatherapy business. And it seemed to just integrate everything.
Okay.
And so I started really pursuing my studies in working with sound and how I can offer that to people in the community.
And what have you had an experience with someone where you were like, okay, this, or maybe even yourself, what was that experience like that said to you, I need to continue to pursue this?
It was really both. Like with the gongs, I was doing my advanced sound healing training. I was out in Colorado. It was 10 days, and we were surrounded by gongs. Every day, along with our studies, we had these gong attunements. I literally came back to New Jersey and walked in the house and looked at Michael and I said, gongs.
Gong.
He was like, what? And I was like, people need to hear these. The earth needs to feel this. This is something that can really integrate both of our worlds, with him coming from his musician, recording engineer background and me coming with mine. And so we just had a couple of gongs in the beginning and just started to bring it to the community, and it grew from there.
Oh, excellent.
And then we came here.
Yes.
But I have had, like I often tell people, especially with my private sessions, it's like we step into a process together. This is a musical system. It's like all this music is in you. In a sense, we're just retuning your instrument.
Okay. Yeah.
So I put out the call and your body responds. And so there's this interface and this interaction. So it's not like imposing anything.
Right.
It's an invitation to the body to help support it and for it to remember its wellness.
Yeah, very interesting.
It's very complimentary. You know, I mean, like, it's not like, okay, well, this is going to fix you and don't need to, you know, but it really is. It's about integrated medicine.
Yeah.
And in a sense, this is vibrational medicine. And, you know, I'm always very cautious of how I word it, you know, because I don't want to like, I'm going to heal you. It's like, no. We actually heal ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, it's all there. We may need support and, you know, the specific things that are going to help us.
Yeah. But you're waking up stuff in your body that's already there. Yeah. When did you open? Actually,
open. Our first opening was 3 days before the pandemic shut everything down.
Oh, goodness gracious, yes.
So we were doing some live stream stuff, but we began to be able to welcome people in August of 2020.
Okay.
So we've just been here, you know, functioning a little over 4 years.
Yeah. And so right now, and I think I've gone onto the calendar, you have a bunch of events that happened here, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I think we've added them to the Everything Frederick calendar as well. What are like a couple, if someone wanted to look at this and try it, what would you suggest? How would you suggest they go about it?
Well, part of it depends on, you know, are you looking for something personal? 30 minutes, come in and just experience a session with me to see how you feel and how you respond to it. And if it speaks to you, then we can set up more sessions.
Gotcha.
And, or if you want to just come and really experience the vibes of this place and the gongs, then they can sign up for one of our community meditations.
Okay.
And like I said, we have a lot of people now who will come in like a couple. And for a small number of people, like we can actually put at massage tables, and we surround you with gongs, and you know, my husband plays a little flute, and it's a wonderful moment.
Yeah.
Or we've had people like wedding parties. They will come and do a group meditation for family and friends that are in town, or just a group of friends, or other special events.
Gotcha.
And that's gotten to be kind of popular, actually, because you're with a group of people you know.
Right.
And for some people, that makes it easier for them to relax.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I can understand that. If there was one thing you wanted our viewers to know about what you guys do here, what would that be? Like if they walked away with one thing.
I think it would be our desire to really contribute to the community. Was one of the reasons we were excited to move to Frederick, because there is such a supportive community through the downtown partnership, now what's happening with Everything Frederick, that really supports small businesses.
Other than the pandemic, have you guys had any challenges in the last 4 years, you know, with the business itself, or things have gone like you had thought?
I think they've gone better than we thought.
That's great.
And I have to say again, just to go back to, it is the support of this community.
Yeah.
Getting involved with the downtown partnership.
Yeah.
You know, just really inviting people in. We've used to take, especially back in Jersey, but here too, we've taken our gongs to other places, just in public settings, so that people can hear them.
Yeah, that's great.
And to really entice people.
Yes, because you can't hear them from the streets because your husband's supersonic soundproofed. It really is incredible how you can hear nothing outside.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, it is if you're looking for a space to decompress, unwind, relax, I think that this would be a great space to do that.
I have to say, we probably have one of the quietest spaces in Frederick.
Oh, I don't doubt it. Well, here, you can have it right here in Frederick, 28 East 6th Street is where we are, and you can come check it out. We'll make sure the website is on screen for you to find out more. We thank you so much for your time.
Oh, thank you,
Yeah,
Danny. Really
yeah.
appreciate you taking the time to come
Of
and be in this
course,
space with
yeah.
me, and that I could share this with you.
Oh, it's my pleasure,
a delight.
honestly. I didn't even know you existed. Now I do.
I
Love
know.
it.
Well, you can find us by the mural on
Yeah.
our side of our building.
All right, we thank you guys so much for watching.
It truly is unbelievable that she, you think of a gong, you're just like, bang, but it's just not how it is. She just drags those mallets across there. It's very cool. All right, coming up on tomorrow's show, Bob and Chris from WFMD, Ellen Ross from Federated Charities to talk about a really cool fundraiser that we've stolen from Paris and New York, but it's very cool. And Michael Brown from FCPS to chat about the apprenticeship programs that are available maybe to your company. Tell a friend about Good Morning Frederick. Have an amazing day. Get out there and be great, Frederick.
From downtown